I got something new today. This is something real special. You know what this is? You know what that is? Well, this is a bill from the city for $715. 15, not 50, 15. $715. I got this in the mail on the 14th, I think, or the 15th of October. Now, I'll tell you what, I don't get the mail very often. I'm very bad about getting the mail. I'll probably get the mail once every 3 weeks. And when I do get it, I do a really bad job of looking through it. I don't really get anything. There's nothing I get in there. I don't get any postcards or letters. I get bills, junk, and shit from the city and the DMV. That's what I get. All I ever get from the mail really is renew your driver's license, get new tabs, and bills from the city. Whenever the city sends you something, it's fucking bad news. So what happened is, it's not a fine or anything, no. It's a street overlay improvement assessment. So about a year ago, they tarred the road that I live on, and they changed all the curbs. Now, there's nothing wrong with the road or the curbs before they did it, but they did it anyway. And I was thinking, oh, that's nice of them, that's a nice thing to do. They must have run out of shit to do. They must have run out of stuff to do, but had more money allocated to like the road maintenance, so they decided to just waste the money somehow, because I know how that works. Because if they don't use their whole budget, then they cut it next year. Because then somebody's like, well, if you don't need it, you're going to cut it. So they need to use it all the time. So I'm like, okay, whatever, tar the roads, I don't give a fuck. That was a year ago. I mean, not like a full year, but maybe like last summer or something, whatever. 8 months ago. Well, now I get a bill for $715 because of that. A bill. So, I mean, I know what you're asking yourself. Wait a minute. Don't taxes cover road work? Yeah, they do. Except for not this kind of road work. Taxes don't cover this because they must have run out of taxes. So what do they do when they run out of taxes? Just send a bill. And why not? I mean, why not just send a bill? So at first, my knee-jerk reaction is going, well, who the fuck's like, I'm not going to just write them a check for this. It's probably like their scam. Their scam's probably like, get the people to write you a check real quick. And then the ones that want to fight it, we'll don't have to do it. So I did a little bit of digging, and, in this thing it says there's going to be a hearing on October 18th. That was 2 days ago. A hearing, and they're going to talk about, you can bring an objection there. You can bring a formal objection to it, and then talk about it. So I have two questions, two of them. One is, why aren't taxes covering this? Well, three, I guess. Why aren't taxes covering this? Who the fuck decided the road needed an overlay? And how do I end up not paying this? Those are my three questions. So there's 200 homes on this. It's not just me being billed, it's all the homes on my street and two other streets. So it's 201 homes on my project. So I'm expecting to see a lot of people there. I'm expecting to see people there that are as pissed as I am about this. Because, I mean, what? You don't get fucked in the ass enough by taxes and fucking gas prices and all kinds of the fucking tabs and gas and fees and all that shit. You don't get fucked in the ass enough. Now they're going to send me a bill and fuck me right in my mouth, right in front of me. So everybody should be pissed about this. So I'm going to City Hall all pumped up. And I talked to my dad about it first, too. And he said, this is ridiculous. They paved the roads 1,000,000 times in his lifetime, and he's never gotten a bill for it, ever. Like, they pave the roads all the time. They do it for fun sometimes in the city. So I go to Town Hall. I'm at City Hall. I'm at the hearing. There is nobody there. There's me and an older couple, like a 60-year-old couple. And they're not even here for this. They're here for something totally different. I mean, the hearing covers like 1,000,000 different topics. Nobody came. Not one person. And I know that, like, there's a schedule of all the different, like, the scheduling process and the planning process going back like 2 years. So there was a ton of meetings. Sorry. There was a ton of meetings, and I'm really dreading that maybe I missed a really important meeting where you had to complain. But they say here I can have a written objection and bring it in. So I'm assuming it's not too late to, like, get this amended or whatever. Well, nobody was there. I'm like, shit, I must have missed the most important meeting, maybe it was there. Well, over the course of the hearing, a couple of interesting facts appeared. First, my project, the 200 homes in my project, was only a quarter of the whole project. There were 3 other, like, project numbers in different neighborhoods that had the same thing happen. Assuming they're about 200 homes each, that's 800 homes that are being fined this month, or billed this money, and no one showed up to complain. Not one person showed up to this meeting. Nobody brought any written objections. No one. And then, not only that, but every other meeting where the planning process was going on, no one ever showed up. Not one fucking deadbeat piece of shit showed up to any meeting that is involving us just spending $700 extra on taxes, which we already pay. Like, I'm the least socially active person I know. I'd be completely content not caring about anything but sitting on my computer and playing fucking games and fucking around. I don't want to go to City Hall ever. I don't even like voting. I do it, but I hate. It's an inconvenience to me. I don't even like to do that. And I went to this fucking meeting because I'm so energized by this fucking beating of $715. Where's all the people that are all fucking nuts about the government? Where are all the PTA members and all those shits? Why don't they care about the $715? You know how many Xbox games you can buy with this money? You know how many fucking cookies, stamps you can buy, or dishes, or silverware, or fucking rims on your car? You know how much shit you can buy for this money? Instead of just handing it the fuck over to these cocksuckers? A lot. That's a lot of shit you can buy. So let's get back to the point here. Let's pull it back. So, my project comes up. Does anybody have a problem with this? What do you want to say? There's nobody in the audience. So I'm like, oh yeah, I do. And there's like a million, the mayor's there, and like a million other fucking people. I don't know who they are. I'm like, yeah, I have 2 questions. First, why is this covered on my taxes? Why am I being billed for this? Second, who the hell decided? Because if nobody came to any meeting ever, then where are the people clamoring to fix the roads? Where's the lynch mob going, there's potholes in our roads, we need the city to fix it immediately? Because I live on this street, and these roads did not need repair, ever. They never needed repair. And if I knew they were going to do this, I would have filmed the road and just walked down the road and filmed it a fucking year ago, just so I have evidence of how good the road was now, because they destroyed the evidence of the road being fine, didn't they? That's perfect for them. How convenient. Even if the road was fine, you can't tell anymore because they repaved it. So, the mayor goes, he goes, I appreciate your concern, whatever, I'm going to hand it off to the city engineer. And then this engineer starts just going on and on about everything that involves with roads, everything involving roads. So here's how it works, see. The taxes cover everything that happens to the roads, all the damage to the roads, covered by the city. But the roads have a life expectancy. They are built, and they're determined to live. They're like under warranty, I guess, for a certain amount of time. And then when that life expectancy ends, they need to be overlaid. And approximately, it's like within a 10-year period. And that overlay is the responsibility of the property owners that live on that street. The same is true for curbs. So I guess the road's life expectancy came to an end, and they had to be overlaid. Okay, well, that's really fucking stupid. I guess I never heard of that, but if that's the way it's always been, and that's the way America likes stuff, fuck you, then that's the way, I guess I'll just take it, because, okay, that's fine. So then, I mean, what if the road is fine? What if the road is fine, despite it being at the end of the lifespan? Well, we assess the roads. Every road gets assessed, and they send some engineer to look at the road, and he gives it a rating between 0 and 100. And if a road is below 56 on that scale, then it needs to be overlaid. And the engineer determined my road is lower than 56%. Now, I'm no fucking engineer, okay? I'm not a engineer motherfucker who's on the city's fucking payroll, who's just, sucking the city's cock to get his salary, and no matter what the fuck he does, just is what the city say. Like, oh, hey, go assess this road, and hey, by the way, make sure you assess it below 56, okay? I'm not one of those guys. So for me, when I look at the road, like, I'm not, I wouldn't rate it below 56%. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, imagine if you're taking a test, and you get a 56% on that. That's a really fucking dreadful score. You really fucked up that test if you got that bad. If you're taking a class and you got that low on a test, you should drop that class. Like, I can tell how fucked up 56% is. That's almost half. Like, if 100% is a perfect road, then 50% is halfway to 0. That's a really fucked up shitty road, full of potholes and broken shit. That's a bad road. That's not going on outside of my house. The road I have here, I would, at the lowest, I would give my road a 78. And that's if I was being generous to the city. I give it a 78. Definitely not a 56. So obviously, that's a conspiracy. Obviously, that's total fucking bullshit. I'll tell you what really happened. Here's my theory. Well, they wanted to make more jobs. So they needed to come up with some kind of a project. So they go, hey, how about we go and assess the roads and just assess them all at 30 and then just fix them all. Oh, and then some guy's like with a calculator, and he's like, well, actually, we don't really have the tax money to fund that. And then somebody's like, well, here's the thing. Just bill it to the homeowners. I don't know. I mean, what if they come in and complain? Listen, no one's going to come and complain. And they were right. No one came to complain. everyone just took it in the ass. They just bent the fuck over and had the big fist shoved in, and they just take whatever they want. They go in your pocket, take whatever the fuck they want. What's next? They're gonna just come into my house and take whatever they want? That's the next fucking step. They're just gonna take it. I mean, now at this point, they're just forcing me to give it to them. But it's only one step away before they just come in and fucking take it. I mean, why even waste the time sending me a letter when they just come in and take it from me? You know, just come into my home. It's fine. And what am I gonna do about it? It's fucking completely insane. Completely fucking ridiculous. So, and the mayor says, I shouldn't be so upset about it because the same thing's going to happen to even his street in a couple months, and he's going to be fine with it. Oh, okay, well, he's going to be fine with it. That's okay. And he also wanted me to know that the construction project actually came in 12% under budget. So, I got a 12% discount on what it would have cost if they went all the way. That's great. That's fucking great. That really lets me sleep easy when I'm paying $750 instead of buying things I want with the money I earned. I can sleep easy knowing at least I get to keep $50 that the city would have taken away from me. That really helps, Mayor. Thank you. All right, next step. How do I not pay this? Well, then the city attorney starts talking. The first step is to file a formal objection, which you've done. The second step is to file an appeal with the city court and then go into trial. So I did a very... I'm like, oh, God. I know how this is one of those plans where they make you jump through so many fucking hoops that you just decide, after they waste your fucking life away, you decide that it's not worth it and you're just going to fucking pay them. This is one of those games. But I wanted to do a little research anyway. And it turns out that just to file the appeal, that costs $60. Just to file the appeal. And then I found out also that I probably have no chance of winning just because nobody else in the whole fucking city gives a shit about this. Then they'll just say, well, you're the only opposing voice out of 1,000 families, so obviously 999 people support this, and you don't, so you're just not gonna win after spending money filing all these appeals. So I mean, basically the city just they put you in a vice, and then they fuck every hole you have. That's kind of how it works. They just fuck you in every hole, and there's no way you can get out of it because you're in a fucking vice the whole time. You're just being fucked from all sides. And at this point, I can't even decide what would grief the city more. I'm just trying to inconvenience the city at this point as much as I can. And I'm thinking, well, what would cause more of an inconvenience? If I pay the $60 to file an appeal and waste multiple people's times, like dealing with me, although wasting my own time. But at this point, out of sheer spite, I want to go and just piss the fucking city off. Or, since then it's just collect money from me anyway, and then collect this money from me anyway, maybe it's better for me to just leave it the fuck alone. What will grief them more? But even if I waste all their fucking time, and I have some motherfuckers work a little later than usual, they're just gonna raise my taxes and get the fucking money back. They're just gonna, in the end, they're gonna end up fucking me anyway, no matter what I do. And it's kinda like quicksand. No matter how much you squirm, the harder you get fucked. There's nothing you can do about it. So... that's where it is. I just want everybody to know. I want everybody to know that in my whole city, I'm the only person that had a problem with this. The motherfucking piece of shit kid who doesn't even care about, he doesn't even get his mail, who doesn't even care to vote, even me, went to this, and I'm the only one that fucking cared. So what's the fucking point of it all? Think about it. Where the fuck is everybody? We should be rioting right now. They're rioting on fucking Wall Street for what? Riot over here at City Hall. This is the fucked up place. They're just taking money out of my pocket. I'm getting robbed over here, and so is everybody else. All my neighbors are getting robbed. Nobody fucking cares. Just fuck it. Just fuck all of it.